Since this is going to be a 3-color print, the first color is going to be the lightest, because dark colors will print over light ink. Light ink has a tough time printing over darker ink. So we're going to work from light to dark. So this first test print is going to be the lightest color. So you need something darker than this paper so it shows up, but I'm going to mix up a pretty light gray. I have some opaque white here. I'll put out a lot of this because I need to make, if I'm mixing a custom color, I need to make the entire batch, because matching colors later on becomes difficult. Or replicating the same color you made is tough. So I'm creating a palette of colors up here instead of just blindly mixing all together all at once. And black is pretty strong, so I don't need a lot of it. I'm going to need a lot of white and not much black, at least for a light gray. And I'm going to put a little red here, not much, won't need much. I'm just going to try and warm that gray up a little. Not making a real flesh tone, but I don't want to have a cool gray. I want a warmer gray. I'm going to have some extender base. Makes things a little transparent, also makes the ink work a little better. I'm going to use a little more than half this pile of white. I'm going to take some extender base, not much black at all. I'm going to use just this side of the palette knife for the ink. So using just this side, I'm going to draw down, smashing the ink together, and turn it over and scoop up the ink. Again, this side is dealing with the ink. Smash it down, pick it up. Smash the ink down, draw it down, turn the blade over, and pick it up. So I'm just using the same side. I'm just drawing down. If mixing like this just creates a mess, it's hard to deal with. So all you're doing is smashing the ink together by drawing it down, and then when things get a little too spread out, you pick it all back up. It's not a bad gray. Let's see what it looks like compared to the paper. Probably use a little more black. It's not quite dark enough to make a significant difference. Actually, what I'll do is I'll take a little red, just a touch. And I've got too much color, at least for that middle tone I'm looking for. So that's too deep. So I'm going to take most of this and I'm just going to put it aside. I need the white. A little more extender base. I know I'm going to need more white than that. So I've got sort of a purple going on. Which might be a little funny looking, but let's run with it anyway, see what happens. I can balance that purple tinge out with a little bit of yellow. What I need to do is I need to really mellow this out. So I'm just going to make sure everything's moved up and I have plenty of space. Move this green yellow to the side. And start again with white. This is why you go through white a lot. See how weak the white color is? That's why we add color into white, because white's not very strong, so it's not going to dilute these other colors very well. Okay, just so I don't contaminate when I'm rolling out, I'm going to clean up an area. Could probably be a little bit darker. Okay, so now we're ready to print. I don't need all that ink per print, so I'm going to pile it all up as neat as I can, and then take a little bit and draw it down. I gotta check my fingers before I grab paper, and they're a little messy. So I'm gonna take my wet rag, clean them off a little bit. Be sure this block is in the corner. And then when printing, as soon as the paper touches the ink, it's gonna pick up ink. So make sure I'm not touching a block. I'm just trying to get the pins in place, and then I can let it slowly fall onto the block. And that's a nice light gray. Let me grab another roller. I think I have one. Yes, I do. I'm going to roll some ink out with this. I'm going to roll a different color. Actually, I'm just going to roll the black out. Just because I know it looked like I didn't remove much when I made the block. But I did that knowing I was going to print with something light. When this was printed darker, it looks a little extreme. However, printed lightly, you can see that it's not that bad. Now the plan, the next step, is to make as many of these in the edition as I need, plus a few more. I wanted an edition of 12, so I'm going to make 15 or more of these, just anticipating some mistakes in the future. So I end up with 12, you know, if I have some throwaways. So I'm printing the light ink first, and then after all those are done, I'm going to carve away the block. I'm going to carve away only the areas that I want to preserve this color, and then I'll print a darker color on top of it.